to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Buckeyes will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll run the option. And the visitors start their day with nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Ducks are in the hurry up. Moore to the air. Makes the grab. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On the option. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. On the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the tailback. Inside the 35. At the 20, he's got space. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. They'll run the option. Touchdown, Oregon! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Tate. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Already down a score early. The last thing you want to do on your first drive is give it right back to them, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. fortunate in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying play action. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Well, the quarterback led his target too much on that outbreaking route. I think in the future, just trying to put it on his front shoulder makes it a lot easier to make the catch.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Going downfield for the big play. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Oh, and you'd love to have that play back if you're that defender. 3rd down, and you almost pick that off. That's a catch you need to make. If he catches that, that might be pick 6.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Fires to the wideout.
Yeah, let's go.
And it's going to be
Come on.
batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot now and then, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation in your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, man.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Takes the handoff. It's Whittington. Not much there on the line. He gets 1 to the 31. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Moore will throw. Spits it out to the back. Grabbed over the middle. It's Whittington. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Going to the run. It's Whittington. Shakes off the defender. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Here comes the option. Touchdown, Ducks! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tate. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw.
There we go. There we go. Bear Alexander.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off play action. He's going to
Give me that.
fly down the middle. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back.
Give me that. Come on, man.
Before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
GG, bro.
And this defense comes up with a big play, and not just the break on the ball, the catch.
Give me that. This is bonkers. This is bonkers.
on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Goes to the option. Now the toss. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Moore to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Whittington. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Dumps it to the back. Catch in the middle, it's Hughes. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm.
There he goes. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The Ducks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. That's got it. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd, full throat, spinning the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Hauls it in.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
The Aggies have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The play action fake. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Man, the tight ends are one of the most versatile guys on the field, and you see it right here. The play action, they're used to blocking, right? No, they slip right by the linebackers, slip to the 2nd level, come open, the quarterback finds them in great rhythm.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. The short hands, it's Concepcion. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down the field. Just so hard to stop as opposed to a guy that just stands in the pocket and you know exactly where he's going to be every single play.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make a stop.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Now he's going to break the pocket. Converts on 4th down, still going. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. With the catch, it's Whittington. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The Ducks will hustle to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Moore will throw. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
You just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completion strung together.
That's caught. It's Hughes. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. And as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play.
Breaks into the open. The 20. Touchdown, Aggie. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Leaves it with the back. Gets some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got enough for the first. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Moore. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
So they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it, but get those little chunks at a time.
Turning it on! He was smelling that end zone and then getting down at the 4 after the big pass play.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
It's complete to the left. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Back swinging with the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
See them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Back to pass, it's Reed. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the catch, it's Craven. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
Just a little off. Incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, they're after him. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game.
Bro, why are they quitting? They keep quitting on me. They keep quitting on me, y'all. I only got 14 losses, so I'm good. I got 0 championships. I gotta get me some, bro. Oh, God. Gotta get me some championships. That's my goal. Championship. Come on. Until next time stream, be on tomorrow, man. Hit me up, baby. Let's get active.